Bebe Rexha has had what seems to be an interesting and chaotic year. In April 2023, she released her third album, which also happened to be self-titled, and sold 10,000 copies first week. Then recently, there was a lot of viral discourse around her concert tickets that were allegedly selling for $6 on some sites, some even allegedly going as low as $3. I did look into this myself and went on ticket websites just to verify, and it does appear to be legitimate, although those low-end tickets seem to be sold out as of now. There are tickets ranging around the $20 range still, which in itself isn't a bad thing, and I assume if you're a Bebe Rexha fan, it's like striking gold. But unfortunately, the range of your concert ticket prices usually reflect your demand as an artist. Bebe Rexha is not unique in this situation, but I think since people are at least aware of some of her hits, which at times have been absolutely massive, they expect bigger demand. Bebe seemed to indirectly reply to the viral discourse in an Instagram post saying, "Not trying to be corny, but I'm definitely having the best tour of my life. Seeing your faces every night just makes me happy and my heart is so full. Also, I'm good as 6 times platinum in Canada. Blessed." But before we get into Bebe's career, I wanted to talk about the incident that recently made international headlines. It's probably the first bona fide Bebe Rexha scandal, and that's when a concert goer threw a phone at her face, and she suffered a really bad injury and black eye. The phone thrower reportedly said that he thought it would be funny, and legal action has been taken against him. He's obviously someone that wanted this type of negative spotlight on him, and it's just gross. Keep your hands and objects to yourself. He's definitely someone that deserves jail time. On the other hand, it has given Bebe a lot of coverage and people championing her on, which in this instance is very necessary because something could have gone completely wrong. She could have lost her eyesight or even her eyeball. A grown adult throwing a phone full force right in your eye is a lot. While Bebe had to get stitches, luckily it appears to be something that will heal in due time. Now on to her career for a little bit, and the whole ticket fiasco. At this point in her career, I think it's safe to say that Bebe Rexha is a veteran. She has been around writing or making hit songs for about a decade at this point. She has continuously expressed dissatisfaction with the success or lack thereof with some of her albums and projects throughout the years. Getting a hit single doesn't seem to be an issue for Bebe. Just last year, she achieved one of the biggest hits of her career, alongside David Guetta with I'm Good, a remix of Eiffel 65's I'm Blue, which topped the charts in countless countries around the globe. A few years ago, she achieved an absolute pop juggernaut with Meant to Be, which broke records and is certified diamond for selling over 10 million copies in the USA alone. And even before that, she's had many hits as a songwriter and singer, notably writing and singing on Rihanna and Eminem's The Monster. However, Bebe has seemed to struggle with selling herself as an artist, and not just a standalone radio single. Aside from the fact that her music a lot of the time exists in a very plain, straightforward, and general pop lane, she doesn't really have any strong narratives or direction with her music, which I think plays a part in her struggling to gain the type of audience she has expressed that she wants at times. Because she has an audience, but it's generally not one of a cult-like personality. I once said that her lyrics are never below the surface or above a cliche, and I think that rings true. And I don't think there's anything wrong with simply being a voice and vessel for pop hits, but she has expressed frustration over some of her standing in the industry and name recognition. And honestly, yes, I do think all the things I mentioned are a reason why she has not connected in some of the ways she may have wanted to. Bebe has actually spoken about this in many interviews. What I'm learning is that not everybody is going to connect with you and understand you, and that's okay, she said. And I feel like you have to just be your realest, truest version of yourself because, at the end of the day, if you try to change yourself to be liked by other people, you're really not being yourself. One thing I do appreciate about Bebe Rexha is that she is genuinely self-aware. She doesn't hide from it, she doesn't act ashamed of it. I do think some artists in her position have been willingly defensive or overstate themselves to compensate for their egos. But there's something truly refreshing about Bebe's honesty. She has admitted in numerous interviews that her songs are bigger than her name. She's even introduced herself to people who didn't know she sung or wrote certain songs, But she did acknowledge the upside, and that is that she's able to reap the benefits of a pop career and still have some level of normalcy and not always being noticed and being hounded. At the end of the day, I will say it's better to have been a hitmaker than not one at all. It's something to be proud of. On one hand, not everyone is able to pump out massive albums where their huge cult-like fanbase wants to dissect everything said in the album. On the other hand, not everyone can make big smash pop hits that consistently appeal to the general public. And I like that Bebe has embraced her position, because there's far worse to be in.